Okay, you've clicked this video. Now make sure to watch until the end. Don't worry, there's no need to memorize anything. This video is designed so you don't have to put in any effort. Just listen carefully, pay attention, and let the knowledge sink in naturally. Watch this video for several days, and it will digest into your brain like second nature. By the end, you'll master all these tricky words effortlessly. Let's get started. Registrar refers to a person or an office responsible for maintaining official records or overseeing administrative functions. Example, the registrar at the university manages student records. Register. As a noun, it refers to the official record or list itself. As a verb, it means the act of recording or enrolling officially. Example, the wedding couple signed the register at the ceremony. Stationery, an adjective meaning not moving or fixed in place. Example, the car remained stationary during the heavy snowfall. Stationery, a noun referring to writing materials like paper, pens, envelopes, and other office supplies. Example, she bought beautiful stationery for her letter-writing hobby. Historic refers to something significant or important in history. It often implies that the event, object, or place had a major impact or is memorable. Example, the signing of the Declaration of Independence was a historic moment. Historical refers to anything related to history, regardless of its significance. It is broader and includes both major and minor aspects of history. Example, the museum contains many historical artifacts. Principal refers to a person or a main part of something. It can mean a head or leader, such as the principal of a school. Example, the school principal announced the holiday schedule. Principle refers to a fundamental truth, rule, or belief. It is always related to morals, ideas, or theories. Example, honesty is one of the core principles of good leadership. Emigrant, a person who leaves their own country to live in another. The focus is on the departure. Example, she emigrated from Afghanistan to Canada. Immigrant, a person who arrives in a new country to live there permanently. The focus is on the arrival. Example, he is an immigrant living in the United States. Complement refers to something that completes or enhances something else. Example, the vegetarian perfectly complements the dish. Compliment refers to a polite expression of praise or admiration. Example, he gave her a lovely compliment on her new hairstyle. Wander, a verb meaning to move aimlessly or without a fixed direction. It often suggests roaming or strolling. Example, she wandered aimlessly through the park, enjoying the evening breeze. Wonder as a verb, it means to feel curiosity or amazement. As a noun, it refers to a sense of awe or admiration. Example, he couldn't help but wonder about the mysteries of space. As a verb, it means to feel curiosity or amazement. As a noun, it refers to a sense of awe or admiration. Quiet refers to silence or a lack of noise. Example, the library is a quiet place to study. Quite, an adverb used to mean completely, to a certain extent, or very, depending on context. Example, she was quite happy with her test results. Rise means to move upward or increase, and it does not need an object. Example, the sun rises every morning in the east. Raise means to lift or elevate something, and it requires an object. It's a transitive verb. Example, please raise your hand if you have a question. Then, used in comparisons to show difference or preference. Example, he is taller than his younger brother. Then refers to time or sequence, indicating what happens next or at a specific moment. Example, we had lunch and then went to the movies. Advice, a noun referring to suggestions or recommendations, given to guide someone's actions or decisions. Example, she gave me helpful advice on preparing for the interview. Advice, a verb meaning to offer suggestions or guidance. Example, I advise you to carry an umbrella. It might rain later. Farther refers to physical distance, meaning more far in terms of measurable space. Example, the next gas station is farther down the road. Further refers to figurative or abstract distance. It's often used to mean in addition or to a greater extent. Example, we need to delve further into this research topic. Loose, an adjective meaning not tight or free. It can also describe something detached or not securely fixed. Example, the door hinge is loose and needs fixing. Lose, a verb meaning to fail to keep or to misplace. It can also mean to be defeated in a competition or argument. Example, if we don't hurry, we might lose the last train home. Desert. As a noun, it refers to a dry, barren area of land, often sandy with little or no vegetation. The Sahara Desert is vast and arid. As a verb, it means to abandon someone or something. Example verb, he chose not to desert his comrades during tough times. Dessert refers to a sweet course typically served at the end of a meal. Example, chocolate cake is my favorite dessert. Sometimes, an adverb used to indicate occasionally or at certain times. Example, she sometimes goes for a walk after dinner. Sometime refers to an unspecified point in time. Example, let's catch up sometime next week. Sometime, a phrase that means a period of time. It emphasizes duration rather than a specific moment. Example, it will take some time to finish the assignment. Scribe, a person who writes or copies text, especially in historical times. Example, the scribe carefully copied the old manuscript. Subscribe. To subscribe means to agree or receive, or support something regularly, like newsletters, services, YouTube videos. Example, please subscribe to the Daily English Digest, YouTube channel to improve your language skills with, engaging in educational content. Now it is story time. We will use the words we learned today in a story to understand them better. Liam was an immigrant who left his desert homeland to start a new life. He arrived as an immigrant in a quiet, historic village. Feeling lost, he visited Emma, the registrar who kept the village register. Liam stayed stationary for a while, pondering his next steps. One day, Liam wandered through the village and met Clara, a curious artist who was filled with wonder about the world. Clara complimented Liam on his storytelling, and Liam returned the compliment, saying her colorful paintings complemented his stories perfectly. The two decided to work together to create a historical record of the village. Sometimes they spent some time exploring farther areas to find inspiration, and sometime next week, they planned to present their work at the village square. They often disagreed, though. Clara suggested raising funds to restore the principal buildings, while Liam thought they should focus on further researching the village's past. Emma, guided by her principles, helped them find common ground. While exploring one day, Clara noticed a loose tree branch hanging dangerously over the path. She advised Liam to be careful, but his mind wandered and he lost his footing. Clara pulled him to safety and said, "You need to focus more than you do right now, Liam." He chuckled and thanked her. Their teamwork brought attention to the village and visitors from farther and further regions began to arrive. Some tourists described the experience as a dessert for history lovers, sharing how he had come from the latter. The visitors were quite impressed by the pair's work. Thanks to their efforts, the village rose to prominence as a historic site. Emma praised their determination, saying, "Liam smiled and explained the difference between dessert and desert. This quiet place has become a wonder for the world." Thanks to you too, Liam and Clara felt proud, knowing their combined skills had made something truly special.